This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Dry-Tek Environmental.
You know, there are very few places in this world I wouldn't want to explore. And just a few years ago, one of them would have been my crawl space.
Oh, I get that, because you never know what's going to be down there.
Exactly. But Jimmy, one quick call took care of that. That call was to Dry-Tek Environmental. We're going to show you how they can turn your crawl space into a not-so-scary place. 102.5 WBOC's Leah Rizzo is on the case.
When was the last time you thought about your crawl space? It's probably been a minute, right? You might think of it as sort of a dark, dank, dingy place, but maybe it's not. That's why I'm here talking to Corey Phoebus from Dry-Tek. How you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. So tell me a little bit about crawl spaces. I'm thinking they're a little scary, but you're saying not so much?
No, they're terrifying, actually. No, they're not. Basically, it's a big piece of real estate under most homes on Delmarva that go unnoticed. And the reason they go unnoticed is because there's really no point in being down there. It houses a lot of your air ducts, houses a lot of your plumbing, but it is an area that definitely needs some attention.
So what are some things that people might need to look for when considering their crawl space? Because again, you don't go down there very often. You might not even really know what the point of your crawl space is.
Sure. So there's a lot of weather changes that happen here on Delmarva, and some of them are instant. We could have a foot of snow and 45 degrees the next day and rain. So you have melting snow, you have rain, and all of that water tends to make the groundwater come up. So if you're going under your crawl space, the first thing to look for is water. If you see visible water, you definitely need to give us a call. If you see hanging insulation, that is a telltale sign that there is a humidity issue in your crawl space. And of course, you just want to look at the overall structure of everything, just to make sure everything looks nice. The wood still looks like wood. It doesn't look like dirt.
A shipwreck.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so those are just a few things that you want to look out for.
Cool. So what is something that makes Dry-Tek very unique in this industry?
Well, I would say it's how much we care about our customers. And without the customers, I mean, Dry-Tek would not be a thing. So we would have to, we always take pride in how we treat others. We are a veteran-owned, faith-based company, unapologetically, and we just think that, you know, service with a smile goes a long way. It's a very old adage that we just kept alive.
Absolutely. So you're telling me that crawl spaces aren't scary, but I am going to get suited up.
You've never been in a crawl space, have you?
I have not.
Why?
Because I don't like going underground. I am a little claustrophobic and a little afraid of under the ground.
Okay.
So.
Well, the crawl space that we have here is one of the scariest that we've seen.
No.
So I'm just kidding. It is conditioned, it's nice, it's warm, and we're going to put a lot of those misconceptions to rest.
All right, I'm ready. The only one, or maybe I am, that sees a crawl space and I'm like, yeah, that's the crawl space, but that's really all I know about it. That's why now I'm down here talking with Tevin about maintenance. So Tevin, how important is maintenance within the crawl space?
Maintenance is very important within the crawl space. You need someone to come down here, someone you trust, relatively once a year, just to check everything, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do, make sure everything is running properly. And then not only that, we don't just check the dehumidifier, we actually check the whole crawl space, make sure you don't have any leaks, make sure everything is still running properly, long as you know, HVAC and everything else like that.
Well, it's not as scary down here as I thought it was, but I think I'm still ready for some fresh air. So I'm gonna send it back to you guys on the couch.
It's like you can sleep under there. And if you have a bit of crawl space envy, after seeing that, Dry-Tek can take care of it for you. We have contact info on delmarvalife.com.
Crawl space envy.
Crawl space envy.
There's a new term in my vocabulary.
It's everywhere.